guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ella. I am 32 weeks pregnant with baby girl number 2, and I am just doing a 32-week update for you all as what has been going on with my pregnancy the past couple of weeks. Today I'm going to be filming probably another part of nesting vlog, so I will probably be wearing this exact same thing in a future vlog as well. But today my mom has taken Avi just to give me and my husband a little bit of time this Saturday to get things really going for the house. So my husband is downstairs right now and he is blasting music and basically cleaning out that entire basement. If you have seen previous vlogs, you've seen what state it's in, and it definitely needs facelift before baby comes, a total declutter, and just like some reorganization. So he's pulling out all of the things that need to come out in order for me to organize and clean. So I'm very grateful that he is taking the time to do that today. He's also cleaning out the garage, which I have some things I need to sell, so I want to post those today as well. But getting into a little bit more about what is going on with baby number 2. I am just going to be folding some of Avi's laundry as we chat and catch up. Basically, at this moment, things have been a little crazy this pregnancy. It feels like this is worlds apart from what my pregnancy was like with Aviana. And I really just was not expecting it to be like that. They originally were worried about baby's size and how she was growing, with her stomach measuring a little bit smaller, which I will link that vlog that I go into more depth about that right here for you guys. But basically, everything is okay with that. We did end up going to the beach with our friend Ashley and her family last weekend. We went from Friday to Sunday morning, and I must say I'm very grateful we came back on Sunday, because during that time at the beach, I was having so many contractions that nothing was really slowing them down. I normally do take like magnesium baths at night to try to help like calm my body and my joints to just feel a little bit better. I didn't have the ability to do that at the beach, but everything seemed really exacerbated, and I was having contractions like back to back. It was getting to be a lot, and even my friend Ashley was like, yeah, that's a lot of contractions. So when we left, I was like, you know what, let me just go to the doctor tomorrow. On Monday I did call. They told me just to come in to get checked. They were like, there's really no harm in getting checked. So I went in without an appointment just to do an emergency kind of, well, not really like emergency, but just like a stop-in visit. And they did check me. Luckily I was not dilated at all, so the contractions I was having weren't like progressing anything. On top of that, I still had a very long cervix, she said, so she was happy with that. She did say that I was like slightly a little bit soft, but not like alarming. So that was okay. I did explain to her that my contractions were basically like, I can stand up from sitting position and get a contraction, or I can like bend down to like grab something out of the dishwasher and I get a contraction. So that was a little bit for her, like, you shouldn't be getting that many this early by doing some basic stuff like standing up. She did go ahead and basically tell me that I need to do the least, and I took that as I'm not on bed rest, because I'm not on bed rest, but I basically got like put on like house arrest by her and was like, hey, you really need to limit what you're doing, because ultimately you don't want your contractions to pick up and send you into preterm labor. I have been really trying to take it easy, and part of the reason my mom did take Avi today was just so that we could maneuver about the house without chasing after her and just get some things done without feeling drained. I am extremely grateful that she was able to take her today. Yesterday, I went to take a nap, I'm gonna say at like 2:45, and I didn't wake up until about 5:45. Like, I took a very good nap. I was really lucky that Avi slept. My husband came home from work early, so I had a little bit of extra time to just relax, and he stayed with Avi when I was still sleeping. So basically I just got woken up for dinner. But I woke up with a really, really big contraction, and I was itchy. I have heard itching is like common in the last trimester and like the third trimester, but I didn't experience it with my daughter. And it was like to the point where I was like, when I say itching, I mean, I was like digging my legs. The bottoms of my feet were itchy. The backs of my ears, very like strange spots were itchy. And normally like I would get some type of like belly itch just from like your like stretching, like that's like a normal thing. But this was different. And at this point, like how I explained it to my doctor was like, I don't really like trust my body at this point because it's completely different from what I knew pregnant with my daughter. So I did just go ahead and call, and my on-call doctor at the hospital called me back and she was like, honestly, just come in. Like, let me just check you. Let me hook baby up to the monitor and I would like to run some blood tests. And I did the worst thing that you can do when you're pregnant, and I Googled my symptoms. Just like stay off Google. It's just better for you. Just call your doctor. But what I looked at on Google was actually what she was testing me for, and that was for cholestasis. Cholestasis essentially is your liver produces bile, and your bile then goes into the gallbladder, and the gallbladder is processing that. My doctor explained that when you're pregnant, your gallbladder does slow down, if not like catch up with what is being produced by the liver, and your bile can spill over into your bloodstream. And that is what causes you to become very itchy. They say in some like very, very extreme cases, like they'll induce because it can, have effects on baby's stress level. So I don't think we're at that point. She did give me a prescription for medication to calm that down, which I'm very thankful for. And it did reduce my itching significantly. I am starting to get like a little bit itchy right now, probably because I'm talking about it, but I went ahead and took that medication last night at the hospital. I have to go pick up the rest of it today, but that medication is supposed to just help calm the itch. Ultimately, what she said is the next step of what to do. She ran the labs, so it's gonna take like a week to come back, but she was like, you're exhibiting the signs of that, so we're just gonna go ahead and prescribe you that medication to reduce the itch. If you need it, take it. The next step for that though is to get blood work done weekly, which she was like, obviously you'll always be a week behind because blood work takes a while to come back, but you're gonna have to go for blood work weekly, and your non-stress testing, I'm going to start like right away. So starting this Tuesday on the 16th, I actually have an appointment set up for an ultrasound, and she's going to be adding a non-stress test to that just to make sure baby is okay. They did hook up baby on the monitor last night, and she said that she was happy, she was good. She is a mover. With her size, she's starting to become a little bit more aggressive, throwing punches and elbows. So that at least is a good sign that she's moving good and she's active. But I am just a little bit more concerned about like the complications that I'm having this pregnancy. And it's just been very different and a lot. And I have to not compare it to my first pregnancy because every pregnancy is so different. But it really just shows you how different they can be. That is currently the situation about what is going on with baby girl. They did say that basically with this condition, they just try to get you all the way to 37 weeks pregnant, if not 38. But she said, we just try to get you full term. And as long as you're full term, depending on the situation and what your levels look like, we might just induce you because it can continue to put stress on the baby. So now it's like extremely crunch time because I wasn't expecting to go have an induction or anything. I was just expecting it's like, it's gonna be labor, we're gonna go in. So now knowing that baby could possibly come at 37 weeks pregnant, and I'm 32, that puts us at around 5 weeks. So that's like a little over a month, and we really need to now get like everything done. So Matthias and I are doing that stuff today. I do have to go grocery shopping, but since I'm not supposed to be walking around stores and stuff, I'm just gonna have Matthias come with me, and he's just gonna get all of the stuff and I'm just gonna push the cart. I'm gonna quickly do a bump date for you guys so you can see what belly is looking like with baby girl number 2. All right, as of right now, hold on, I'm just gonna go like that. As of right now, this is baby. I just had some breakfast, but this is pretty early in the morning. She is definitely still very high up. and pointy, but this is what baby girl is looking like at 32 weeks. I am feeling very lucky that I'm still not having any crazy stretch marks. I do have some left over from my daughter, like here on the very sides of my body. But as far as like any huge red stretch marks, I'm very grateful that I do not have any. That is what baby girl is looking like right now at 32 weeks. And I'm going to close this vlog here. I just want to do a quick update for you guys all, and I will see you in the next video. It is going to be more nesting, so stay tuned for that. And we are officially on go time to crunch down for baby girl. So hang with us. Make sure to subscribe if you are new here, and drop a comment below if you are pregnant, what week of pregnancy you're on, or if you were pregnant and you've had this condition. I have never heard of this, but if you have had cholestasis, like, let me know, and how did you manage that, and what was your experience? I would love to hear and go back and forth with you in the comments below. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.